for world peace and also realizing transformation. The prayer prayed by the Saint Nichiren and the Japanese Buddhist monk on the 13th century. 昭安国論何時早く信仰の寸心を改めて速やかに実情の一善に着せよしかればすなわち三害は皆仏国なり仏国それをとろれんや実法はことごとく報道なり報道なんぞ破れんや国に水びなくどにあえなくば未完全にして心はこれ禅情ならんこの言葉このこと信ぬべしあがむべし Thank you very much.
Say a little bit more.
Yeah, yes, it is. Yes.
If you click that way, you feel like it's
Thank you very much for sharing the Buddhist prayer. And this experience, this opportunity remind me the One Peace Walk, what we participate every year in Bay Area. That is organized by the Native American in Bay Area, and we that's in November, and for praying for the sacred burial site for Native people and protecting the burial site, their holy place in Bay Area. So, one of the and we. Every year and every November also we have opportunity to stay one incredible place. That is Sikh temple in Richmond, California, and nearby Berkeley. And we are very, very wonderful welcoming and hospitality from Sikh people originally from India. And they also joking that both of Indian stay together now. Indian means a Native American, and also India from the people from India, and also Buddhist people, Christian people, Quaker, Jewish. So many people gathered, and that is almost like the world of where we wish to realize. The same thing happened here today, and that is this atmosphere made me very relaxed, because this is not just only one ethnicity, one group, one particular faith. We can share the idea, we can share the future, praying for peaceful future. That is so wonderful. So as you know, just recently, very tragic thing happened in Japan, and we have a big earthquake, and 15 minutes after a tsunami hit the northeastern part of Japan, the Pacific coast, and then nuclear power plant have a very serious problem. Now as radiation spread out, and even in the most populated area in the world, the Tokyo area also. And so that is so annoyed, and also make me depressed, last more than a month. But
I also, at the same time, one of the good things I really appreciated to the people in America. Actually, I live in nearby Seattle. There's many friends. I lived in the United States for 8 years, but many friends, most of all American friends, would like to support the Japanese people, victims, through me. And they also planning so many things for supporting the people. And that is also make me so happy, instead of, although we have a very serious happening. So. And also today, just I met Catholic father, Peter, and yeah, and he sat down behind you, and he asked me about his friend. It's been one of the monk of our order. He used to live in Boulder, Colorado. And is he okay? Where is he living? He asked me. His name is Sawada, Brother Sawada. Brother Sawada lives in Los Angeles now. And just 3 or 4 days after earthquake happened in Japan, I made a call to him, because his hometown, also his brother and his family lives not so far from, very close to the nuclear power plant. And I asked him, is your brother okay? And he said, brother would like to escape from the area and with his family, but no gasoline. It's very difficult to get any, transportation. Also, road was closed at that time. So serious. And I just, don't have time to share about it to Father Peter. But I feel, whenever I will go somewhere, such opportunity. So someone, most of all, I've never met him before. But wherever I visit, also I have such opportunity in this country. I knew the people came there. They know my friend. They know my monks. Yeah. So that was so happy. And the air and the earth and the ocean, everything is connected. We have a strong tie. And so we can pray together, we can work together for realizing peace and tranquil nation. Thank you so much.
That was very powerful and sobering. Thank you, Johnny and Jeremiah. So next I would like to welcome Candace Ross, the priestess out in Cactus Springs, priestess at the Temple of the Goddess Spirituality devoted to Sekhmet, and a member of the Nevada Desert Experience National Committee, and also a member of the board, I think, of the Interfaith Council of Southern Nevada. So thank you for coming to share. And I know there's a full moon gathering tonight out at the temple. So special thanks for coming down.
Thank you very much. Put that somewhere. One there, maybe? Okay. Oh. Thank you. Oh, all right, thank you. Well, it is an honor to be here with all of you wonderful people working for peace and believing that we can all live and work together peacefully. The Temple of Goddess Spirituality, dedicated to Sekhmet, is located 40 miles north of Las Vegas on the left-hand side of Highway 95. It is a modest straw bale and stucco building, its white exterior contrasting sharply against the usually bright blue desert sky. The top of the structure features an open dome made of 6 interlocking rings forming a lotus. The 4 undoored arches designate the directions, north, south, east, west, creating an unobstructed entrance for the elements and weather extremes of the area. Inside is a fire pit, surrounded by a guard of iron dancing women, linked by the phases of the moon on a productive chain. Along the walls are a life-size statue of Sekhmet, the lion-headed goddess of 10,000 names, the Virgin of Guadalupe, Madre del Mundo, Mother of the World, and numerous smaller statues of female deities. Philanthropist, feminist, author, peace activist Genevieve Vaughn founded the temple in 1992 and has supported it ever since. The core values of the temple are peace, goddess spirituality, and the gift economy, a system of giving or gifting each other rather than one of selling or even barter. The focus of the temple is to create positive energy, to rebalance the world by restoring the feminine aspects of divinity. A feminist is a person, male or female, who believes in equality. I am fond of saying the goddess is a feminist. She does not prefer her sons over her daughters, nor her daughters over her sons. All are equal in the eyes of the goddess, equally honored and equally loved. Our services are open to everyone, men, women, and children, with the exception of New Moon and an occasional women-only event. So if anyone here would like to come to Full Moon this evening, you are very welcome to attend. All are welcome to come and experience the peace and quiet beauty of this unique building and the surrounding grounds, which include a labyrinth, guest house, and gardens. Our universe, our planet, and every one of us are holy. Every step, every breath we take is done in sacred space. But we humans get caught up in our individual forms of reality, and we forget. We need remembering places. The temple is a remembering place. I have sought God, goddess, creation, whatever you want to call it, all of my life, and in doing so, I have experienced many different religious paths. None that I recall have scripture saying, "Go forth, make huge bombs, and kill your neighbor." I doubt anyone in this room has not been touched by the tragedy of war. We've all lost a relative, a friend, a child to this monster. Women and children are the ones who suffer most in war. They die from bombings and gunshots, of course, but also from starvation, exposure, disease, hopelessness. This is not a new phenomenon. War has always had this effect. Samuel Clemens, known more by his pen name, Mark Twain, wrote about this in his little book called The War Prayer in the early 1900s. If you are not familiar with the book, may I suggest you read it. It is very short. It may take you 10 minutes, but it spells out graphically the plight of women and children in war. I believe strongly that positive social change can come about rapidly. We can end war. We can bring all people together. Simply by becoming politically active, women bring a different perspective to the table. We look at things differently. We have different ways of doing things. That difference is vital to our survival. Women are the majority on planet Earth. 51% of the population is female. If we had 51% representation in our government, imagine what that would mean. In the book, Stop the Next War Now, is an essay by Kavita Ramdas, President and CEO of the Global Fund for Women. In it she writes, Human Rights Watch and other international agencies estimate that up to 70% of the casualties of any war are non-combatants or civilian casualties, and certainly that experience in Iraq bears it out. Women and children who are not supposedly in the line of fire pay a huge price, dismissed as collateral damage in military speak. And collateral damage means dead people. Ms. Ramdas goes on to say, given all the ways in which war affects women, women in most parts of the world see it as self-evident that commitment to a just peace is essential. Women pay a huge amount of attention to the issue of constitution building and to women's participation in it. Afghan women took great risks to be able to be present at the Loya Jirga, which is a sort of council of elders, and they begged the United States to support them in their demand